We got a call yesterday from a commercial fisherman who said that he put his boat in gear and the engine was running and the shaft was spinning, but the boat wasn't going anywhere. And so we figured that he'd lost a propeller. But he said that he had a swimmer that swam down there and felt that the propeller was still there. So we were real confused. But this is what we found. There's a rudder. And there's a rope in the wheel. It's kind of tangled up around the cotter pin back there. But look at this, that propeller isn't even really connected to that shaft. The boat's name is Jesse James. The owner is Derek, he's the guy that called us. And of course I'm CJ with Deep South Divers. I've been doing this for about a decade and a half professionally, and I've never seen anything like this. I mean, the propeller isn't on the shaft. That right there is a key. It's a piece of metal that sits in a notch that is in the shaft, and it sits in a notch that's in the propeller. You see that propeller, it slides all the way up the shaft. That is the wrong size propeller on the right size shaft. You see there's a prop nut. I just threw the whatever was tangled up there. It looked like some kind of rope. Just threw that down. And normally I use a tool to pull the cotter pin open and be able to pull the cotter pin out. But I could do this by hand. The cotter pin wasn't even in there the right way. To fix this, we really need the right size prop that goes onto that shaft, and that's just about all there is to it. So I'll repeat the way this goes together here. There is a keyway, is what it's called. That's a slot in the shaft. There is a keyway in the prop, and there's a key that sits in between the two of them, and it provides a hard surface that the prop sort of jams up in there, and it can't come off. The prop nut is supposed to tighten the prop up against all of that, and it prevents the prop from spinning on the shaft. But I'll take the one prop nut off there. There's supposed to be two. There's supposed to be a prop nut, and there's supposed to be a lock nut on the back of the prop nut, and then a cotter pin that is there just in case the nuts back out. But I've taken the prop nut off. I've taken the cotter pin out to get the prop nut off. And now I'm gonna give Derek the prop and the key. That prop probably weighs 20 pounds or so. I gotta be real careful about not losing any of this stuff when I pull it off. I'd never find it in that visibility. But anyway, it weighs about 20 pounds, so when I pull it off, I've got to inflate my wing real quick, or else it'll drag me to the bottom. Alright, Derek, there's your prop. There's your key. Now I'll go down here and get the prop nut and the cotter pin as well. That right there is a rudder shoe that I set it all on top of because I wanted to pull the prop out and the key first because those are the most expensive parts. Those are easier to replace. So I did it all in thinking about what if I lose this, what if I lose that. Alright, there's the shaft. And you can see the keyway in the shaft. The shaft is tapered. And that's so when you push a prop up onto it, it sort of jams in place. And then you tighten it down with a nut. So my question is, how did this boat even get to this dock with the prop not even being the right size? But I'll go ahead and check the shaft. I shook it there, trying to see whether or not the shaft was damaged at all.
Where's Austin? Okay. I'm gonna yell at you when it's to stop. Tell me, okay?
And what I told Derek there was go ahead and fire the motor on up and start the motor and put the boat in forward to get that shaft to spin, and I want to see if it spins true. Just make sure that that shaft isn't bent. And you see it does spin very true. So that's what it looks like when the boat is in gear. Of course, it normally spins a propeller that's on that shaft. That cutlass bearing looks like it's doing its job. The shaft looks like it's doing its job. So I'll tell him to shut it all off. Giving some hand signals there. Communicating with the client. So he put it in neutral and then shut it off. I'm going to take my tool here and measure that shaft. My tool has a cutout that is 1 3/4. You can tell that it's the next size down. That's about 1/4 inch of space. So that's an 1.5 inch shaft. And of course it's tapered.
Yeah, 2-inch head, 1.5 inch shaft. It looks like the key has been keeping it in place, but it's real loose. And the nut kind of worked its way out eventually. Cotter pin, but the prop is just spinning on the back of the shaft. You know what the 2-inch head looks like? You look at that and see it. 2-inch head. That's a 1.5 inch shaft. Might be 1 3/4, but it's a round size. Wrong size prop for that shaft.
So what I've done there is I've explained to him, hey look, that's the wrong size prop. I don't even know how it got here, but this is the theory. Now, meanwhile, the client next door said, hey, can you clean out this through hole for me? So I did. And used the price from him to help offset so that all the clients down there are paying their fair share. Makes it easy on everybody. The client, Derek, has gotten a new prop, and I'm to install that tomorrow, and of course I'll send you a video. So this is CJ signing out. Please share this video, especially on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you.